Subliminals have the ability to completely reshape your reality without you even having to lift a single finger. And let me just say this right now. Everything that you are right now, your face, your body, your beauty, your patterns, your thoughts, your energy, everything, it's all coming from one thing, and that is your subconscious programming. Your subconscious literally rules over 95% of your reality. And if you don't rewrite that programming that you have been stuck with since childhood or from trauma or from whatever, nothing else you do will stick. And that's where subliminals come in, because they don't only talk to your conscious mind, they completely bypass your conscious mind and they go down to the root, to the core of who you are, your subconscious. A direct line, and they begin reshaping your identity from within. And it's literally the biggest, laziest hack you could ever do to completely just shift anything about yourself or your reality. And it's fun. And in this video, I'm not only going to teach you exactly how to make your very own subliminals, I'm going to take you step by step, share my screen with you, give it to you all, and not only how to make subliminals, but also how to take it up a notch, add binaural beats, add high vibrational frequencies. I'm also going to tell you what subliminals are, how they work, the science behind them, the neuroscience. I'm going to share with you some studies, my research, also CIA documents. And then I'm also going to teach you how to use subliminals to completely shift your reality, to glow up, to gain financial abundance, to do whatever you want. I'm going to teach you how to use it. Let's begin with what exactly is a subliminal. So a subliminal is a message, usually in the form of an affirmation, delivered below the threshold of your conscious awareness, meaning that you cannot consciously hear it. You can't hear it. So because you can't hear it, you can't logically analyze it, because your conscious mind is that part of your mind that questions everything, that uses logic and reasoning, that says, okay, but what about this? But I don't really think that's actually true. But that's the probability of that is actually kind of hard. You don't resist it with thoughts like that. So these affirmations are tuned to a very specific frequency, usually between 17,500 hertz to 19,500 hertz, where it only reaches what your subconscious mind, which your subconscious rules 95% of your reality. Your conscious mind is only 5%. So you want your subconscious mind to work on the same team as you. So essentially, subliminals bypass the voice of your inner critic and it goes straight to the source, your subconscious mind. Now, your subconscious is your operating system. So let's break it down. Your subconscious mind is a part of your mind that stores your memories, your beliefs, your fears. It stores your patterns. It also controls your nervous system and your body and exactly how you automatically reply to stimuli. It also controls your nervous system and your body and also reacts automatically to stimuli. And it runs 95% of your daily thoughts and behavior, like I've said 3 other times. It's not rational, it's symbolic, deeply emotional, and deeply sensitive to repetition and suggestion. Your subconscious mind is the area of your mind that you hold all your limiting beliefs from childhood, right? So maybe you grew up and you were told constantly by someone that you were not good enough, you were not pretty enough, you were not smart enough, whatever that you were told, right? Maybe it's not something that you were told, maybe it's something that came from a past trauma, but regardless, this is stored in your subconscious mind. You're constantly being told, I'm not good enough. You constantly thinking, I'm not good enough, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not smart enough. And over time, that repetition, your subconscious mind begins to believe it. And then your outer reality will reflect that belief. Subliminals are basically reversing any of those limiting beliefs that were formed from childhood, any of those limiting beliefs that were formed from past trauma or just from society, any limiting beliefs that have been standing in your way of you achieving your goals or receiving your manifestations, beliefs that you are probably not even consciously aware of. And listen, if you spent 20 years of your life believing that you are ugly, if you say one affirmation I am beautiful, your conscious mind is going to kind of laugh, right? Because that's just not what you believe. But when you feed your subconscious mind that affirmation, that belief over and over and over and over again, without your conscious mind standing in your way, without that logical and that reasoning, when it's in a receptive state, it then begins to believe it. It then begins to rewire any old beliefs and then form new ones, which then reflects your physical reality. Because everything does start from the mind, as within, so without. As above, so below. Once your subconscious believes something, it becomes your identity, your energy, your habits, your patterns. It becomes your reality. Subliminals are really just a lazy way, easy, lazy way, very effective way of reprogramming your subconscious mind. You guys know I talk about this all the time. And by the way, if you are already inside the 21-day subconscious glow up system RECODE, then you already know that we use subliminals every single day when we sleep, when we're up in the morning, when we're getting ready, when we are working, even when we're driving in the car. Every single second of the day, you can use subliminals doing anything. It's like the biggest habit stacker ever. You guys know that we use the subliminals, also AM and PM meditation, mirror work, activation audio, identity reprogramming, shadow work. You incorporate all of this into reprogramming your subconscious mind. And in RECODE, I do have a subliminal library where all the subliminals are personally made by me, and they go along with the work that you do in these 21 days to completely glow up and shift your reality. So if you're not a part of RECODE yet, I highly suggest you join all of us who are in it. It's been such an amazing experience to be able to do this with all of you, and also to just hear all of your stories about how it's impacting your life. Like, I just feel so insanely grateful to be a part of the change that you are making in your reality. Like, I am just so grateful for you guys. And I know a few of you asked me if I could make just a subliminal library and then sell that separately without RECODE, so I did it for you guys. So this subliminal library you can purchase separately on my website, and it will have all the subliminals that's included in RECODE, plus many, many more for absolutely everything that you can think of. Weight loss, like beauty, your dream body, your desired appearance, like love, relationships, healing, inner child healing, trauma healing, becoming your new identity, your highest self, your career, your finances, becoming a millionaire, a billionaire, whatever it is. Like, the subliminal library has it. And I will have RECODE and the new subliminal library linked below. And each track is obviously layered with very powerful subliminals, affirmations that I also include a PDF file for every subliminal, so you guys can know exactly what you are listening and programming in your mind. That's very important. And I also layer it with binaural beats, high vibrational frequencies, and I make it extremely powerful with you. And I also obviously set the intention on these subliminals. So I'm excited for you guys to try them out. Okay, now let's move on. Let's talk about what happens in your brain as you listen to subliminals, the neuroscience of it all. So when you listen to a subliminal, especially if it has binaural beats also and high vibrational frequencies like 432 hertz, your brain enters a brainwave state that is called alpha and theta. Now, right now, I am, you are, most likely we are both in a beta brainwave state, which is just like our conscious moving around, doing work, like our day-to-day activities. But alpha and theta is where we are more suggestible to the information that we are receiving. Our subconscious mind is more suggestible. I always program all my subliminals to theta, and you will also see in the tutorial how to program it to binaural beats such as theta 432 hertz. But in theta, you are highly suggestible. You are creatively inspired, and you are able to learn and reprogram fast. It's basically like a little cheat code. Like, not only are subliminals extremely powerful in and of itself, but when you incorporate binaural beats such as theta, like inducing a theta brainwave state 432 hertz, it is going to give you that like fast track ticket. And basically, when you listen to these subliminals, your brain is creating new neural pathways. And also theta, alpha and theta usually is the brainwave state used when you are being hypnotized. It's used when you're meditating, and even psychedelic therapy as well. Your brain literally starts forming new neural pathways that matches the subliminal messaging. So I am enough, I am beautiful, I am radiant, I am confident, I am magnetic, I am wealthy, I am deeply loved. You repeat these hundreds of times every single day consistently, keyword consistently, and suddenly your mind, your conscious mind, just doesn't question it anymore. It just becomes your truth. Now, another question I get a lot is, how does the sound travel to your subconscious? Even if these affirmations you cannot hear your conscious mind, you just can't hear them at all, your inner ear still receives the sound vibrations. So here's what happens step by step. The subliminals are playing, which the affirmations are going, okay? You can't hear it, but you can hear any music that you can layer over, which I'm going to teach you how to do. The sound waves enter your ear. Even though you can't hear them, they enter your auditory canal, and your eardrums and your middle ear bones vibrate as usual. So then your cochlea, the inner ear, sends those signals to your brain. And these signals are not interpreted by your conscious hearing, but by your subconscious process. processing. Then the subconscious mind processes these messages as the truth, as your reality. And over time, it accepts it as familiar. And this is why it's so important. And then you will hear me when I talk about like how to use them. Repetition is so important, and using it consistently. Your subconscious mind loves repetition. The more familiar a message becomes to your subconscious mind, the more that your subconscious and your reality will accept it as your new identity, as your new truth, as your default identity, as your default truth. And then your life just starts changing, okay? You see the internal shift first. You feel more confident. You feel more magnetic. You feel more energized. You start feeling it inside first. You see yourself differently. You expect better. Other people are commenting on your energy. Like, what are you doing? Like, you seem so happy. You seem so upbeat. Your aura is glowing. And then suddenly, out of nowhere, your external world will start rearranging to match your inner world. Because your subconscious mind is not a storage unit. It is a magnet. It's a transmitter. It tells the quantum field, this is who I am. And then reality has no choice but to listen and no choice but to follow. Now let's talk about the science behind subliminals, because subliminals aren't just like a woo-woo magical energy manifestation pop culture thing. It's really backed by science. So I'm going to show you some studies that I found when I was doing my research that I read through and then I learned by. And if you guys aren't interested in any of this, you can skip this portion of the video. But I will also have all the studies linked below. Now, these two studies right here, I'm going to include screenshots on the screen. I'll have them linked below also. These are CIA documents basically proving that subliminals are extremely effective. The US government spent years studying subliminals for tools influencing memory, learning, psychic ability, thoughts, and using them to control your reality. These documents show how the subconscious is suggestible and how subliminals can directly influence beliefs, thoughts, and reactions and your physical reality without any conscious awareness. I highly suggest you check these two documents out. Okay, interested study number 2. This was done in 1992, and they basically took like a math class, a group of students, and they gave one group of students a control group. They were listening to like neutral music, so they weren't listening to subliminals, and then the other group were listening to subliminal messaging right before each math class. And they came to the conclusion that after they were tested, the experimental group that were listening to the subliminals, they tested way higher than the control group. Now, another fun study from Yale University, so a group of scientists and researchers, they basically exposed a group of elderly participants to subliminals related to like anti-aging. And this was an aging study, and what they found was that the group of people that were listening to these anti-aging subliminals, their physical functioning improved more than people in a actual 6-month fitness program. Their balances like literally improved, like their physical body improved, their fitness, their memory improved, their confidence, like all of this changed just from a few seconds of subliminal exposure repetitively. Now this is another study about athletic performances. So they gave one group subliminal messaging, and they found out that that group were literally able to run faster. They were able to perform longer, to perform better than the group that wasn't exposed to the subliminals. And they also did like cues to this too. It wasn't only like an auditory, it was like a cue, like seeing happy faces. And because they didn't consciously see it, they didn't even consciously hear it, right? But their bodies responded to it like almost immediately. The subconscious was receiving and responding. Now another study in 2022 is from an EEG brainwave research. And this is basically proving that binaural beats played at what they did was 18,000 hertz triggered significant increases in their alpha brainwave states, even though like their participants and their control groups and their experimental groups couldn't hear them. This study basically proves that you do not need to hear the affirmation, that it's more powerful that you don't. And there's so many more studies where this came from, and I will have them all linked down below. Okay, now let's talk about exactly how you can use your subliminals to glow up, to change your reality, to do whatever you want with them. So step number 1, I want you to get out your journal or get out your notebook or get out a piece of paper, and I want want you to create a new identity. I don't want you to focus on just manifesting things in like specifically like manifesting a new car or manifesting a new job. I want you to focus on manifesting, on becoming a new identity, a new version of yourself that already has that job, that already has that car that you want. You are going to be stepping into a whole new identity, a higher version of yourself. So you're going to write down like the things that you want to manifest, and then you're going to write down an alter ego name. You can create another name. You can have it be like Alexie, Gigi 2.0, 3.0, whatever feels right to you. It's still you, but evolved. And you're going to write down all the qualities of this person. We're just going to get clear on who this new identity is. Then you're going to get another piece of paper out, and you are going to write down all the facets and traits of your life and who you are right now. Then you're going to compare the two. Now, this is identity work. This is self-concept work, and I'm telling you guys to do this before starting your subliminal journey because it is so incredibly important. And I have all of this and more in RECODE for you guys if you really, really want to get deep into your subconscious glow up and changing your entire reality from the inside out, because this is the real way to do it. And now that you compared like your facets and traits of who you are now and then the facets and traits of your new identity, you can clearly see like what is you need to call into your life, like what you currently don't have right now. And this is going to help you build the affirmations that you are going to be putting into the subliminals that you can choose to make, or that you can choose from YouTube or Spotify from a trusted source. And you want to pick like 1 or 2 or 3, 4 of the similar subliminals. You do not want to do more, and you want to stick to these 1, 2, 3, 4 every single day. Like you want to be listening to these subliminals every single day, not missing a beat for at least 21 days. 66 days is even better. But in RECODE too, like obviously I take you through all this, and it also includes meditations, it includes a workbook for every single day. Like it will keep you accountable, and that is just the start. And I say 66 days because it takes 66 days to completely rewire and create a new neural pathway in your brain, but it takes 21 days to build a habit, and a belief from your subconscious. So just try to commit to 21 days to begin, and then after those 21 days it's going to be so easy to just continue with it, and you're going to see like change like that. Especially if you include binaural beats, especially if you include shadow work, you do your self-concept work, you do your meditation. Like I promise you, you do this, there's no way your reality is not going to change. I can guarantee you that. So now if you are choosing to make your own subliminal, obviously you can incorporate everything that you're wanting to manifest that aligns with your new identity into this one subliminal, so it's a lot easier, which I'm going to show you how to do. But if you do not want to make your own subliminal, and if you are picking a subliminal, you want to pick someone that is trusted, because obviously you cannot hear the affirmations that are being played in the subliminal. You can't hear them, so you don't know like what you're listening to, what you're programming your mind to do. So you just want to be listening to subliminals that are trusted, that have good reviews, that are from trusted sources. So don't just pick like a random subliminal on YouTube and just start listening to it randomly, because it could have like an affirmation that just does not resonate with who you are. Like maybe you are someone who is trying to gain some weight, like you are trying to build a booty or just gain some muscle, okay? And you're listening to a subliminal about weight loss and like the opposite of what you want. You don't want to be listening to that. So just be very, very careful. If you are picking a subliminal, make sure that you pick a subliminal that has like a PDF document that you can see all the affirmations. But obviously it's 1,000 times more powerful to make your own and hear your own voice every single day, because it is you. Your subconscious mind hears that and it's like, wait, this is me, this is my reality. And obviously you do have the subliminal library that I made for you guys, linked down below in the description if you want to use that. Step number 2, as I said this, but you want to loop it daily, okay? The more you listen, the more you become. Now, when can you listen to subliminals? Every single second of the day, okay? Every single second. You can listen to it while you are sleeping. The best time, because right before you fall asleep and as soon as you wake up, there's a 15-minute window. Remember how I talked about the alpha and theta brainwave states, where your brain is transitioning from like that sleep into theta into alpha, where you are just naturally more suggestible to information. So when you are listening to this in deep sleep, especially when you are in deep sleep in your delta, your subconscious brain is completely wide open. So listen to it and loop it while you are sleeping. Listen to it when you're getting ready. Listen to it in the car when you are driving to work. work, listen to it when you're working. Just keep one earbud in and listen to your subliminals. Listen to them when you're showering, when you're getting your nails done. Every single moment of every day, you have the chance to listen to subliminals. It's literally, you have no excuse of saying that, well, I don't have time to do that. Like, I don't have time. You have time, okay? Because it's literally the biggest habit stacker thing ever. Now, step number 3, I'm going to throw this in here because even though you can be listening to it every single day, I want you to make it a priority to choose one time in your day, just once in your day, where you listen to the subliminals and you are consciously aware of what these affirmations are and you feel it. Okay, I want you to evoke the elevated emotion of that identity that I asked you to create that has all your manifestations, that the subliminals you're listening to. I want you to feel it because feeling is extremely important. It's literally a gateway. It is a number 1 medium to your subconscious mind. So when you feel like you are already your identity, when you feel that proudness and that gratitude and that love in your heart, it is then in turn going to bring your manifestations into your reality a lot quicker. So just choose one time out of every day. This could be literally right as you wake up. You can even visualize a scene in your head of you already being your new identity and like just create a scene in your head. Maybe it's you getting married. Maybe it's you driving your dream car for the first time. Maybe it's you telling your boyfriend that you just got your job promotion. Whatever it is, visualize it and feel it. Best to do right as you wake up or right before you go to bed. Okay guys, I'm going to take you through how to make your own subliminals. I'm going to take you step by step and I'm going to share my screen with you in a second. But let's start with step number 1, which is writing out your affirmations, picking your affirmations. So in the last chapter of this video, I took you through the steps on how to use subliminals and, you know, picking out your new identity, creating a new identity that already has your manifestation. So doing that self-concept work and the identity work is really, really helpful for picking out your own affirmations because you can clearly match them up to your new identity. You can even choose to say the name of your new identity, like I am Alexie Gigi 2.0 and I am so grateful for my new job in finance or whatever it is. Just be detailed with it. And another key thing about affirmations is that yes, you can do affirmations like I am wealthy, I am abundant, I am beautiful, I am magnetic, I am charming. Like add all those in if you want. Definitely add those in. But as I said earlier, feeling is the number 1 medium to your subconscious mind. So incorporating a feeling and emotion into your affirmations, into your sentences, like I feel so loved by my new husband who got me this like 5-carat diamond ring, or just saying like how you feel about a situation. I feel grateful for this $1 million in my bank account. It is going to make everything just 1,000 times more powerful. Now, also, when you are writing affirmations, I never want you to use the word don't. So for example, if you are trying to manifest your dream body and weight loss, okay, just example, and one of the things that you want to cancel out is like you want to stop eating junk food and pizza and all that stuff because that is like standing in your way of you achieving your dream body. Okay, let's just say that. So instead of writing an affirmation like I don't want to eat pizza, I don't want to eat fast food, do not do that. Okay, no, you're not focusing on what you do not want. You're not going to say anything about what you do not want or what you are getting rid of because listen, okay, I don't want pizza. Don't is a word right there that your subconscious mind doesn't understand. Your subconscious mind completely eliminates that don't, and in turn what it hears is I want pizza. Now for example, if I were to tell you do not think about green apples right now, don't think about green apples, like whatever you do, do not think about green apples. What are you doing right now? You are literally visualizing green apples in your head. It's the same vibe. Your unconscious mind, your subconscious does not understand what don't means. What it hears is I want pizza. So no don'ts, no I do not want, none of that. So if you know that you don't want to eat junk food, an affirmation could be I love eating healthy food every day. Healthy food fulfills me. I have a good relationship with food. I eat whole foods. I eat foods that satiate me. I have good portion control. I crave healthy foods 24/7. I love broccoli. I love lettuce. Like whatever it is, you always want to pick a positive affirmation. Always positive and always in the present tense. Never I want or never I will or never I hope for. You have. You do right now. You are grateful for right right now, you already have it. So now just write down all the affirmations you want to include. Like, just make a Google Doc. You can even write this down. Just wherever you want to write it down, your notes app, write all the affirmations down, because then you obviously are going to record your voice saying these affirmations. So make sure you have that all written down and then come back to this video. Okay, now that you have all your affirmations written down and all set to go, here's the step-by-step. So first, we are going to be using the software called Audacity. Now this is completely free. Nothing of this costs money, completely free. So you can download Audacity on your computer, on your desktop, on your iPad. So make sure you get that downloaded. And then I'm going to see you in a second when I share my screen with you. Okay, now I have my screen shared with you, and I'm going to put myself in a little corner now. Okay, so before we get started, I just want to let you guys know that I did make a little PDF document, like a sheet that has all the steps that I'm about to take you through just written down for you. So you can always refer back to it just to make it easier for you guys if you want to like read it. I'll have that linked in the description below. So step number 1, you download Audacity onto your laptop, your MacBook, or your iPad. It's completely free to download. You download that. Once you download that, you're going to open Audacity and you're going to see exactly this. Now, step number 2, get out your affirmations, and we are going to record our affirmations into Audacity. Now, before you begin recording, you can go down here where this microphone is and click on if you want to like add a microphone connected to your laptop and record on that, or if you want to record on your headphones, or if you want to record on your laptop, you just want to make sure that you have that clicked, and then the same thing for the speakers right there, and then just ignore everything else. Now to record, do you see this red circle up here where my cursor is? This is the record button. So whenever you want to start recording something, you will just click that button and it will record. Now it's recording me talking right now, and this is a new audio track that you will see where you are being recorded essentially. So recording something you will just, and if you want to delete the audio track and just start over, there's an X right there and you can just delete. So I'm going to give you guys a demo of just example affirmations so we have something to work with for the video. I am beautiful. I am wealthy. I exude divine feminine energy. I am magnetic. I am so grateful for the $555,000 in my checkings account. I am so grateful for my loyal, handsome, kind husband. Money is attracted to me. Money loves me. And once you are done, you just hit this stop button right there. And a little tip for you guys is after every affirmation, you just want to take like a second. It doesn't have to be that long, just as I did right there. Just take a second before you go into the next affirmation, just so that your subconscious mind can process it a little bit. And if you want, if you're just making one subliminal with like everything you're manifesting, so for example, if you have like your love life in here, your dream body, if you have your career, you have every just little aspect of your life in this one subliminal, I would suggest, categorizing it. So the beginning, you just talk about the love and relationships. In the second part, you just talk about your dream body and your health and your nutrition and fitness. Third part, you just talk about your career. So you just have that section so your subconscious mind has like a nice flow of rhythm, essentially, just making it easier for yourself. But if you decide to make different subliminals for different aspects of your life, so like one subliminal for relationships, one subliminal for beauty, fitness, your dream body, one subliminal for money, abundance, and your career, you can totally do that as well. The only thing is that you want to be consistent. Oh, my microphone just fell. You want to be consistent with listening to your affirmations every single day, and you want to repeat it over and over and over again. Repetition and consistency is key here every single day. So if you have 4 subliminals with different life topics, you want to listen to those 4 subliminals every single day. If you just have one, listen to that one every single day. You want to be very, very consistent with this. This is extremely important. If you just listen to one subliminal and then just stop, like your subconscious mind isn't going to completely absorb that and completely take that in. So just make sure you are consistent with it. Now, as you can see here, kind husband. you can you can obviously hear the affirmations playing, and that defeats the purpose of a subliminal. So now I'm going to take you through all the steps. I'm going to try to go as slowly as I can and be as detailed as I can so you guys aren't confused. Just copy exactly what I'm doing and it will come out perfectly. Okay, we are going to basically be tuning these affirmations into a frequency where it bypasses your conscious mind, so your logical reasoning can't be questioning anything, and it will just go directly to your subconscious mind, which is where the magic happens. So step number 1 is you want to go to select all. You just want to make sure that everything is highlighted essentially. And once you are select all, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to hover over to tracks right up here. You see this here? Hover to tracks, and then underneath tracks, you're going to click resample. So you click resample, and now you're going to change the hertz. So you're going to change the hertz to 192,000, 192,000. Once you type that, then you're going to hit OK. Now, once you did that, you are then going to hover over to Effect, and then you're going to go down to Volume and Compression, where you will then scroll down and you will find Normalize. You're going to click on Normalize, and then it's going to take you to this. What you're going to want to do here is you're going to set it to -1, and usually it will be at -1 if this is your first time doing it. -1, and then click Apply. Now, once you're done with that, you're going to hover over to Tools. You're going to scroll down, and you're going to find NYQUIST prompt. I don't know if I'm saying that right, so excuse me if I'm not, but the NYQUIST prompt. You're going to click on that. Now, in the description down below of this video, I'm going to include exactly what you need to copy and paste into this NYQUIST prompt, okay? All you're going to do is copy it. Down below in the description, you'll have everything you need, and then you're just going to paste it into here where it says enter NYQUIST command. You're going to paste it here. So you just paste that, and you're not going to change anything about this, but the only thing that you could change is this right here, which is the frequency. So we're tuning it to from 17,500 hertz to 19,500 hertz. It all depends. You want to play with it around a little bit, but usually you can just start off with 17,500, and I will show you if you need to increase it or whatever, if you still hear it. But for now, just 17,500. You don't have to even change that. It'll just be all there for you in the description. You just copy and paste. So you copy and paste, and once you have that pasted right there, you can also save this. So instead of like always copying and pasting this from the description, you can save this as like a little file, and then whenever you are making your subliminals, if you're making another one, you can just click load right here, and then it will load the exact command, the exact prompt. So then you click apply. And then after that, you are going to go back, hover over to Effect, and then back to Volume and Compression, and then scroll down until you see Normalize. Now, you are going to change that -1 into -23. And once you have that written out, -23, you're going to hit Apply. Now, you're going to go back over to Tracks, and you're going to hit Resample again. And now you're going to tune that to 44,100. So it'll probably most likely come up 44,100, 44100. You type that in, and then you click OK. And that's it. But now we have to test it. So let's hear it. So sometimes you will be able to hear it, and you can just go back to that prompt section, and instead of doing 17,500, you can do 19,000. But usually just keep it between 17,500 to 19,500. So let's hear it. It really depends on your hearing, like if you have great hearing or not, but let's turn it all the way up and see if we can hear it if we turn it all the way up. So you can play around with the volume like over here. Let's see it like blasting. Yeah. So you can hear it a little bit when you're blasting the volume. Usually you don't want to save it with the volume blasted like that, and you usually won't hear it, but just like test it out and see what feels and, you know, sounds right to you. You don't really usually want to hear it, but if you can't hear it right now, like, then you're fine. You don't have to go back. Like, I can't hear it, so I would be fine. You don't have to go back and, you know, change the number, but yeah. But if you do want to get rid of that, any noise left over, you're basically just going to do the same thing. So select all, but you don't have to go through every single thing. You're just going to go back to the tools, and then you're going to go back down to NYQUIST prompt, and then you can add in like 19,500. Just increase it. And that's all you're going to change, just like the number right there, this number right here. So it was 17,500. I just increased it to 19,500. And click apply. You see how it like kind of went away. Now let's test it to see if you can hear it full volume now. No, so no sound whatsoever. Perfect. That part is done. You just made your subliminal. Now you can choose to keep it at exactly this. This is a subliminal. This is so effective. You don't hear anything. Nothing. You can save this as an MP3 and you can listen to it every single day in the background, just silence, right? Or you can take it up a notch, which I am going to show you how to do. So first, you can obviously add in whatever music that you want to listen to. You can hear the music and the subliminal will be playing in the background. You can even like add in some of your favorite songs. Make sure it is high vibrational though. Like you need to make sure it's high vibrational and not a sad Taylor Swift song about breakups and heartbreak and being sad when you're trying to manifest something that's like completely opposite, right? Which I get it. I love Taylor Swift too, but no low vibrational or sad lyrics, just high vibrational music. If you guys need inspiration, I have my Spotify linked in the description and in my bio, which is some playlists I made with some of my favorite high vibrational songs, and then also high vibrational frequencies as well. You guys can check that out for inspiration if you'd like. But okay, 432 hertz, so powerful. Second thing I'm going to teach you how to do is binaural beats. Okay, so this is how to include binaural beats into your subliminal audio, and this is going to make it 10 times more powerful. It's going to basically give you like a fast track ticket and just speed everything up, have everything appear in your reality like 10 times faster. Because remember how we talked about in the beginning, middle, whatever, the video about the brainwave states, right? Theta, more suggestible to information. So the binaural beats are basically going to put you directly into that theta state. It's going to open up your mind. It's going to literally like embed these frequencies within your brain. Like you're going to feel it within your brain essentially. So binaural beats are so incredibly powerful, and you can layer that into any one of your subliminals. I'm going to teach you how. So you can save a subliminal if you just want it like this. You can save it and then go back and then do another one. You can just switch around between the songs or the sounds you have in the background if you have one has binaural beats, one doesn't. Now, an important thing to mention about the binaural beats though, you want to be listening to any subliminals that has binaural beats with headphones, and I suggest this highly because you're going to have one frequency playing in one ear and then you're going to have another frequency playing in the other ear. So it's going to be more effective if you're listening to it on headphones as opposed to just playing it on like speaker. Now, a lot of people will say like headphones if you're listening to any subliminals. There's nothing to show that headphones will make subliminals like in general more effective than listening like on your speaker. But for binaurals, because you are listening to it on different sides of your brain, you want to be using headphones. It will make it more effective. However, obviously, like you're going to want to be playing these subliminals every day, all day, when you're taking a shower, when you are at work, you're sleeping, like all that stuff. So obviously you can't listen to your subliminals with headphones in the shower. So it is totally okay to like go back and forth. So you can definitely like listen to it on speaker when you're showering or whenever you're doing anything, but just take some time throughout your day. Just designate some times through your day to listening to it with your headphones on, your AirPods, like when you're falling asleep at night or maybe when you are working out. So you can do both. I wouldn't stress too much about the headphone things, but that just is a factor with binaural beats if you were adding that. So this is what we're going to do. So first you're going to click on this gray space right here just to make sure you have nothing highlighted. So you want to click there, and now you are going to go to generate. So hover over generate, find generate. You're going to scroll down until you find tone. So you're going to generate the tone. You click on tone. And now we're going to tune to the frequency. This is basically going to be creating your very own 432 hertz frequency. Now, 432 hertz, right? Now, because theta brainwave states vibrates at 4 hertz, 4 to 8 hertz. So because theta is 4 hertz, instead of putting in 432 hertz frequency right here, we're going to put in 430 hertz, okay? 430 hertz, 430. And right here, you can avoid, like, don't even pay attention to the amplitude, wave 4, and just keep it like that. Duration, you can set the duration to the exact length of your affirmation audio, and then you click generate. And so it's going to create another audio track for you. Now, I'm not sure why that one went all the way there, but you can just like move it around to exactly where you want it to hit within your subliminal audio. Now you can do it for the entire like audio, or you can just do it for just a little bit of it, like here and there. I suggest doing it all of it if you're just gonna mix the binaural beats. I suggest just doing all the way. And now you have the first binaural beats tracks right there. You're going to click on the gray again, make sure you have nothing highlighted, and you're going to click generate again, tone again, the same exact thing. You're going to create a second audio track. So instead of 430, you're going to include 434 hertz. So 430 and 434 hertz. You can set the duration if you like. Again, you can go back and change this as well, but 434 hertz. I'm going to make sure it's like the same at the same time. And now you're going to go to the first binaural beat, so audio 2, and you're going to see how it says like left to right. That's the volume up top, and here is like the left to right. You're going to take this and you're going to pan it all the way to the left, 100% left. And now for the second binaural beat track, you're going to click this and you're going to pan it all the way to the right, 100% right. What this is doing, it is making sure that the first binaural beat, the 430 hertz, is playing on your left ear, and then the second is playing 434 hertz is playing on your right ear. So your mind hears both tones at the same time coming from different parts of your brain. It meets in the middle, and then it creates 432 hertz within your brain, which then puts you into that theta state immediately, and it is so magical, so effective. And listen, you are going to hear these tones. So let me just show you. It's very, very loud. What I like to do is I like to literally lower the volume like all the way for both of them. Make sure they're both equally volumed. But you'll still be able to hear it. And I like to hear it most of the time. Sometimes you can get rid of the sound completely. It's still effective. But you can totally get rid of the sound if you just don't like that sound at all. You can get rid of it. I'll show you how. It's the exact same way you would get rid of it for the subliminal, the audio track that we just did, this audio track 1. But you can keep the sound if you'd like as well, but I'm going to show you how to get rid of it. So first, you obviously want to highlight the 2 audio tracks you're doing, and you're going to do the exact same thing we did for the affirmations. So you highlight, and now you hover to tracks, and then you click resample to 192,000 hertz. You click OK. And then you're going to go to effect. You're going to go to volume and compression. You're going to go down, hit normalize. Make sure that's at -1. Apply. Now you are going to hover to your tools. You're going to go down to NYQUIST prompt. You're going to paste in the exact same thing you did for the other one. Click apply. Sometimes it'll take a second, so don't worry if it like takes a second, especially if you have like a long audio. It will take a second for sure, but just be patient on that because it will take a second sometimes if it's like really long. Next, you go over to effect again, volume and compression, normalize, and now we're going to tune it to -23, not -12, -23, exactly what we did before. We're doing the same thing, -23, and then hover to tracks, resample again, 44,100. You click OK, and now you shouldn't be able to hear it at all. Yeah, I can't hear it. It's turned up now. Sometimes you'll be able to hear that. All you have to do is just play around with the prompt, and you can also like play around with the volume too. So like I'll like to have it all the way down, then you just won't hear it. Now, what I also like to do is I will get an audio from like Pixabay is a great place to get some free, royalty-free audios, like some meditation music, some relaxing music. They could also be like 432 hertz or 528 hertz or whatever it is you want to call in. You can match it up with the high vibrational frequency. We already have this 32 hertz here, so we have that set. But you can include something in the background, so that's just something that you're listening to, some relaxing music, some high vibrational frequencies, some high vibrational music as well. Sometimes I will even like put on my whole playlist on the Subliminals, and I will like copy and paste my audio and just put all that playlist. You just like click file, import, and you can import any MP3 onto this on top of it, and you can just play around with like, you know, the sound right there, and it'll just play and you'll just hear that and you won't hear anything else. Whatever your favorite songs are, you can do that. You can keep it just like this if you want as well. I usually like to include an audio. So to include an audio, you want to go to file and you want to click import, and then you want to click audio, and then it will give you all the audios that you have saved to your computer, but make sure you save that audio first as an MP3. Now I just went ahead and included an audio. This is Nirvana Stream 2022. This is on Pixabay. You can download the exact same one. You just go to pixabay.com, you can create an account, and then just go to like the music section, search up Nirvana Stream 2022. This is 432 hertz frequency as well, but it's just like, they can turn it down obviously, but it's just like relaxing music in the background that you can have and you can listen to. And you can play around with it too, like whatever you feel intuitively called to, whatever you feel like you would want to listen to every single day, you just add it in. And now also I just want to teach you how to copy and paste your affirmations. So if you want to like make it longer, but you can also just like loop these on like anything that you save it on. So like any MP3, or if you decide to save it on like a podcast, make your own little podcast thing and include it in your like Apple Music, Spotify, so it's easier listening. I'm gonna explain how to do that in a second. But you can just do this, like you can just copy the audio, Command C, copy, and then just paste it right next to it, like paste, and then just make sure it's like together. And you just keep pasting it, keep pasting the binaural beats too, just make it longer, do the duration, all that good stuff. Now, to save it, you want to click File, and you want to click Export Audio, and then you will save the audio as an MP3. Now, you can listen to this MP3 just straight as an MP3, or what I like to do is I like to go onto helloaudio.com. It's not sponsored at all, by the way. It's just what I find to be easiest. There's so many ways to do this as well, but you can go to Hello Audio, and you can basically, it'll give you instructions on how exactly to do this, but you can basically add this MP3 into like a private podcast just for you to listen to, and it will like let you listen to it on Apple Music, on Spotify, on YouTube Music, on any RSS feed, anything that you want. So it's just very, very convenient, and you can have it on whatever podcast app or music app that you already listen to music on. So I love adding it to my Spotify or my Apple Music. And that's it. You created your Subliminals with some binaural beats and 432 hertz frequency. Let me know if you guys have any questions whatsoever, you need clarity about anything. I'm so happy to help. I'm so happy to answer any of your questions. And also don't forget that sheet is in the description below with the written steps and instructions, just in case you want to refer back to that. And that's it. That's today's video. And just a reminder that your subconscious is your operating system, and subliminals are just your way of updating it. And if you want access to my full subliminal library and you just have everything just there for you, easy access, I will have it linked below. I will also have RECODE, the 21-day subconscious glow up system, linked below also. And let me know too if you guys want me to create like a community gathering of everyone in RECODE, because there's so many of us now, and I've been talking to a lot of you just separately through DM and everything like that. But I've been thinking about just kind of creating like a group chat, maybe on Instagram or maybe on some other format. I'm not sure what. I have never done that before, but let me know if you guys want me to do that, because I feel like it'll just be really, really amazing to see like what day everyone else is on and like how everyone else like feels that shift, and then just like talk to people who are literally in the same boat that you are. So let me know if you want me to do that, and also like what you want me to do it on, like what platform, like Instagram or something else. And I love you guys so much. And also a new Glamour Magic video is going to be coming very, very soon. I know you guys have been waiting for a part 2. So do not worry, it is going to be here very soon. And I would also love to know what other videos you would like to see from me. But I love you guys so much, and I am so grateful for you. I am proud of you. I love you, and I will see you in the next one.